Okay, folks, again, I got to address the live stream I did recently. I came up with an interesting concept because I think that what the writers will do, based on the trailer, as well as Karen's placement in the season 8 promotional pic, which kind of depicts it like she might be playing somewhat of a bigger role in the season. I'm thinking the first half of the season is going to be centered around the who stabbed Gary plot. We're going to get a bunch of different moments where the characters will be in the interrogation room. And I even said that it will be kind arguably lazy, but at the same time interesting. If we get one of those kind of, what do you call it, like film noir kind of things, like, the old black and white Dick Tracy, that kind of, detective stuff, where let's say we get the different perspectives of the characters that we didn't see on screen. Case in point, Zach and Fatima were on their way to the wedding venue, but we never saw them arrive. Like, we don't know what happened when they got there. Karen, Sabrina, and Danny left the altar when Jordan showed up, but we don't know what happened after they left. Like, did they stick around? Were they waiting in their car in the hallway? Did they go, just searching around the building for something? Jordan, when he left Andy at the altar, he said, "I'll fight for you, Andy." But we don't know what happened after he left. You see what I'm saying here? We'll get these different characters talking to, the FBI agent, Agent Watt, and the other detective. Like, we'll get their stories. But my thing is, I wonder if we're going to kind of flash back to the night of the events. Like, we'll see Zach and Fatima arriving and, searching around, that kind of thing. Or maybe by the time they get there, Karen and the other girls are out in the parking lot and they're just talking. I don't know, but I think, it would be very interesting if they did that, which goes into the point of, I think there'll probably be some sort of time jump between season 7 and 8. Not a major one, but enough where we won't pick up exactly where we left off. And it'll be a question of, okay, so now we have all these characters being, questioned, but we don't know exactly who did it. Everybody has a motive, but we don't know exactly what went down at the wedding venue on that particular night. So I really do think we're going to focus on the Gary stuff during the first chunk of the season. I mean, keep in mind, whenever we get a trailer like this, it's focusing on the first half or first 11 episodes of the season. So I definitely feel like this season A will be all about the Gary stuff. Then, based on the information we do know about season 8, like the new characters introduced, I do believe Karen may go into labor around the mid-season finale. And then that leads into season 8B. Wait, did I say season 7A like a few seconds ago? If I did, I meant season 8A is going to pertain to the Gary stuff. Then the back half of the season, I feel like is going to be Karen related. Now, what I mean by that is, if she goes into labor, yeah, she has the babies, but what's the big mystery? I think it goes back to the Aaron factor. Because I still cannot stop thinking about the fact that, okay, season 6B versus season 7B is interesting. Because if memory serves, the new writers say Karen never got a DNA test. Season 6B, Karen claims to have gotten some sort of test off screen. If I remember correctly, wasn't it after she got out of the hospital from the salon fire, she was like, well, the doctor told me, and I know who the father of the baby is. And then it was a whole cliffhanger. And then the next episode, she says it was Zach's, not with a lot of confidence. And then Aaron came into the picture, and then the whole DNA paperwork, yada, yada, yada. Which, again, makes no sense because okay, let me put it this way. I'm just going to say the new writers are right and that she never got a DNA test. Because at that point, Zach never gave his DNA to be tested, so it makes no sense. I mean, Aaron not being the father, okay, that's one thing, but that doesn't mean it's Zach's baby. But then the DNA test comes, and I got twins, and one of them's yours. So if Aaron's DNA was tested, it could have been on the wrong quote unquote sack. And that's kind of weird though, because if she did get a DNA test before, I feel like those doctors would have saw it's twins. But then again, given the fact that they didn't, I'm going to guess that, well, maybe she just lied about everything and that paperwork was complete BS. I don't know. Tyler was working kind of funny with that storyline. Well, since the new writers took over, I guess their word is law. So Karen, in fact, did not get a DNA test. But that doesn't excuse the fact that when Aaron came back, he should have questioned things a bit more. Karen, it's been like over 4 months. I say 4 to 5 months because keep in mind, time kept flying by in season 7. It was a 3-month time skip, but weeks, if not months, passed within the course of that one season. Just keep that in mind. So by the time Aaron shows up, it's like, Karen, it's been over a quarter of a year since you told me to scram. You didn't want to have anything to do with me. You showed me the paperwork. I'm not the father. But now all of a sudden you're telling me you're having twins and one of them is mine. Okay, Zach got a DNA test. I want to get a DNA test too. I think there's only 2 points of drama that can really bring home the Karen baby stuff. One, she loses one of the kids, and then it's a matter of, will she tell the truth about which baby is still alive? Number 2, because you know the theory of what if Aaron's baby, or what if Zach's baby passes away, Karen tries to pass it off, that Aaron's baby is Zach's baby, leading to a whole lot of drama just so she can have a tether to Zach. Then the other point being, babies are born, DNA tests have to be done, obviously, to see which baby is which. And as a result, Zach's baby is confirmed, but then the other baby is not Aaron's, and it's like, whose baby is it? A lot of people point the finger at Gary. The Rico thing is stupid because it doesn't match up. There's been way too much time since that dude left, so it's not Rico's baby. But Gary would be an interesting plot point or plot twist, especially if, let's say, he passes away or gets murdered in the first half of the season. Yikes, that would be weird. But I think that's what they'll do. Season 8A, who stabbed Gary or who tried to kill Gary. Season 8B, who's the other father of Karen's other daughter, because Zach is confirmed to be the baby of one. So that's how I think things will go down once we get season 8B. Assuming there is no hiatus between, both halves of the season, that episode 12 might actually pop up as early as the, New Year's Day, which is January 1st, 2025. So with that being said, what do you think of my potential theory of the breakdown for season 8 with the Gary and Karen focus? And it's kind of funny because I was thinking yet again about the different positions the ladies were in the season 8 photo. And Andy is kind of off to the side. But then again, I thought about the vinyl I got in the mail last week, the Jackson's Victory album. And Michael is the de facto leader of the group, even though at the time he wanted to do his own thing. But think about it this way: when you look at how the brothers are lined up, Michael is at the back, but at the same time he has the shiny glove and socks that really set him off from the other brothers. So even though he's towards the back, it's understood like he's that dude. And I feel like the same thing can be said about this photo, that even though Andy isn't really in a prominent position in terms of her place in the lineup, is one of those things where it's understood that she's that character, even though it does seem like Karen's the one that's at the front. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.